Imagine waking up every morning, feeling completely in control, at peace, and ready to take on the day. In Buddhism, mornings are considered sacred, an opportunity to set the tone for the entire day. A well-structured morning ritual can transform not just your day, but your whole life. But why are mornings so important? Think about this. The way you spend the first hour after waking up can influence how you feel for the rest of the day. If you start rushed, scattered, or stressed, chances are that chaos will follow you throughout the day. On the other hand, if you start with mindfulness, gratitude, and intention, you set the stage for a day filled with calm, purpose, and productivity. For over 2,000 years, Buddhist monks have honed the art of morning rituals. They understood that the habits you cultivate in those quiet early hours can shape your mental, physical, and spiritual health. Today, we'll dive into 6 life-changing morning habits inspired by Buddha's teachings, habits that will help you feel more balanced, centered, and ready to face any challenges that come your way. These practices are surprisingly simple but incredibly powerful. By integrating them into your life, you can experience a profound transformation. Whether you're looking to increase productivity, reduce stress, or simply feel more at peace, these habits will help you achieve it. Stay tuned, because what you're about to discover could change your mornings and your life forever. In Buddhism, the mind is like a garden. If we don't tend to it, weeds of stress, anxiety, and distraction will grow uncontrollably. But if we care for it, planting seeds of mindfulness, gratitude, and compassion, we can create a peaceful, thriving inner space. And just like any garden, the best time to start is early in the morning. Let's begin with our first habit. Habit 1. The power of mindful breathing. One of the most fundamental teachings of Buddha is mindfulness, and there's no better way to start your day than by practicing mindful breathing. Imagine this. The very first thing you do when you wake up is to focus on your breath before checking your phone, before thinking about your to-do list, before even getting out of bed. There's a well-known Buddhist story about a monk who came to Buddha complaining about feeling overwhelmed. The monk said, "Master, my mind is restless, filled with distractions from the moment I wake up." Buddha looked at him calmly and asked, "When you wake up, where does your mind go first?" The monk replied, "It races toward all the tasks of the day." Buddha smiled and said, "This is why your mind is unsettled. From the first moment you are awake, you scatter your mind. Instead, start by focusing on your breath. When you breathe with awareness, you bring your mind to the present, and in the present, there is no chaos." Mindful breathing is a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, and it's incredibly simple to integrate into your mornings. The first few minutes after waking are often when your mind is most vulnerable to stress and distraction. By focusing on your breath, you ground yourself in the present moment, calming your mind and creating mental clarity that will carry you throughout the day. Here's how you can apply this in your own life. When you wake up, resist the urge to immediately check your phone or rush into your daily tasks. Instead, sit up in bed or find a comfortable spot and take 3 deep, slow breaths. Focus on the air as it moves in and out of your body. Feel the rise and fall of your chest. Let your thoughts drift away and return to your breath. Modern research shows that mindful breathing has profound effects on both mental and physical health. Studies have demonstrated that as little as 5 minutes of mindful breathing each morning can significantly reduce stress hormones, improve focus, and even lower blood pressure. In Buddhism, breath is life. It is our connection to the present moment, our anchor in reality. The breath brings you back to yourself, reminding you that the past is gone and the future is yet to come. The only moment that truly exists is this one, right now, and your breath is the key to fully embracing it. Take, for example, Sarah, a busy professional who used to start her mornings in a frenzy. She would wake up, grab her phone, and immediately be overwhelmed by emails and tasks. However, after learning the practice of mindful breathing, she began starting each day with a few deep breaths. It transformed her mornings from chaotic to calm, giving her the mental space to tackle her tasks with clarity and intention. This habit spilled over into other parts of her day, making her more present and less reactive in stressful situations. So, starting tomorrow, make mindful breathing your first act of the day. With each breath, remind yourself that you have control over your mind, your day, and your life. This simple practice, done consistently, can be the foundation for a more peaceful and productive life. Now that you've centered your mind with mindful breathing, let's move on to habit 2, expressing gratitude. After grounding your mind, the next powerful habit we can adopt from Buddhist teachings is the practice of gratitude. In Buddhism, gratitude is not just a fleeting feeling, it's a way of being. It's about recognizing the interconnection between all beings and appreciating the present moment as a gift. Let me share a Buddhist parable with you. There was once a man who came to Buddha and asked, "Why am I always unhappy, even though I have everything I need?" Buddha replied, "Because you are blind to what you have. Every day you see only what you lack, and this clouds your heart." Buddha then advised him to start every morning by reflecting on 3 things he was grateful for, no matter how small. Gratitude is the antidote to dissatisfaction, Buddha said. It allows you to see the abundance around you. Gratitude is more than just a feel-good emotion. It shifts our focus from what we don't have to what we do, transforming our mindset from scarcity to abundance. This morning habit allows us to start our day from a place of appreciation, making it easier to face challenges and setbacks with resilience and optimism. Here's how you can incorporate gratitude into your morning ritual. After your mindful breathing, take a moment to think about 3 things you're grateful for. These don't have to be big or profound. Perhaps you're thankful for the warmth of your bed, the food you have, or the loved ones in your life. If you want to take this further, write these down in a gratitude journal. The act of writing solidifies your thoughts and helps reinforce a positive mindset. Research supports the idea that practicing gratitude can have long-lasting effects on your brain and overall well-being. Studies show that people who regularly express gratitude have stronger immune systems, lower blood pressure, and experience more positive emotions. Gratitude has even been shown to improve sleep and reduce anxiety. Let's take a look at Mark's story. Mark was going through a tough time. Work was stressful, his relationships were strained, and he felt overwhelmed. Every morning he would wake up feeling anxious about the day ahead. However, after learning about the practice of gratitude from Buddhist teachings, he decided to try it. He began each morning by listing 3 things he was grateful for. At first it felt difficult. He didn't believe he had much to be thankful for. But over time, something shifted. His perspective changed, and he began to notice the small joys in life. He found that starting his day with gratitude not only improved his mood, but also gave him the strength to deal with the challenges of the day. In Buddhism, gratitude is closely tied to the concept of impermanence. Everything in life is temporary, and when we acknowledge this truth, we become more aware of the present moment. Gratitude helps us appreciate what we have right now, rather than constantly yearning for something else. As Buddha once said, health is the greatest gift, contentment the greatest wealth, and faithfulness the best relationship. If you want to take this practice even deeper, try sending gratitude to the people in your life. You don't need to say it out loud. Simply think of someone who has helped you and mentally send them thanks. This can strengthen your connections with others and help you feel more compassionate and connected throughout your day. I've heard countless stories of how this simple habit has changed people's lives. One woman shared how, after starting a morning gratitude practice, she felt more connected to her family and more present in her work. Another man described how gratitude helped him overcome depression, giving him a new perspective on life. The key is consistency. Making gratitude a daily habit can gradually shift your mindset from one of lack to one of abundance. So before you dive into your busy schedule tomorrow morning, pause for a moment and reflect on what you're thankful for. Whether it's the roof over your head, the food on your table, or the people who support you, expressing gratitude will set a positive tone for the day and help you face life's challenges with a sense of peace. Now that you've set your heart in the right place with gratitude, let's move on to a habit that will sharpen your mind and guide your actions throughout the day. Habit 3. Setting intentions. Every day is filled with countless decisions, challenges, and opportunities. Without direction, It's easy to become reactive, moving from one task to the next, without a sense of purpose. This is why setting intentions is so powerful. It gives you a clear direction for your energy and actions. Here's how you can start incorporating intention setting into your mornings. After your mindful breathing and gratitude practice, take a few moments to reflect on what you want to focus on today. This doesn't have to be about accomplishing a specific task, it's more about how you want to feel and act throughout the day. You might intend to stay present in each moment, show compassion to those around you, or be patient with yourself. Write your intention down or repeat it silently to yourself. Keep it simple and focused. For instance, let's say you have a busy day filled with meetings, errands, and responsibilities. You could set an intention like, "Today I will approach each task with calm and focus," or "Today I will listen with empathy." These intentions will serve as your anchor throughout the day, reminding you to stay aligned with your deeper values even when things get hectic. In Buddhism, intention setting is closely linked to the concept of right intention, which is one of the steps on the Noble Eightfold Path. Right intention means committing to thoughts and actions that are rooted in compassion, kindness, and mindfulness. By setting a positive intention each morning, you align your actions with these principles, creating a more meaningful and purposeful day. Let's look at a real-life example. Michael, a school teacher, used to start his days feeling stressed and overwhelmed by his busy schedule. His mornings were chaotic, and by the time he arrived at work, he already felt drained. However, after learning about Buddhist intention setting, he began to take a few moments each morning to reflect on how he wanted to show up for his students. His intention was simple. "Today I will be patient and present for my students." Over time, he noticed a shift. He was calmer, more focused, and more connected with his students. The practice of intention setting transformed not just his mornings, but his entire day. Research shows that setting intentions helps activate the brain's reticular activating system, which filters out irrelevant information and helps you focus on what's important. When you set an intention, you're essentially telling your brain what to pay attention to. This makes you more likely to notice opportunities, stay focused on your goals, and remain calm in the face of challenges. Let's practice setting an intention together. Close your eyes for a moment. Take a deep breath. Now think about how you want to approach the day ahead. What is one word or phrase that captures the energy you want to bring into the day? It could be peace, focus, patience, or gratitude. Hold that intention in your mind, and as you go about your day, come back to it whenever you feel distracted or overwhelmed. This simple practice can help you stay aligned with your true self and navigate the day with greater ease. Tomorrow morning, after your mindful breathing and gratitude practice, take a few minutes to set a clear intention for your day. Whether it's about how you want to feel, how you want to interact with others, or what you want to focus on, setting an intention will help you stay grounded, focused, and connected to your deeper purpose. Now that you've set a clear intention for your day, let's move on to the next habit. Habit 4. Mindful movement. The body and mind are deeply interconnected. In Buddhist teachings, the body is seen as a temple that must be cared for with mindfulness and respect. One way to honor this connection is through mindful movement, a practice that helps you become more aware of your body while fostering a deeper sense of presence and well-being. In one story from Buddha's life, his disciples asked him why they should practice mindful walking when they could sit still and meditate. Buddha explained that mindful movement is just as important as sitting meditation. It helps cultivate awareness in every step, bringing the mind and body into harmony. Mindful movement is about moving your body with full awareness of each action, whether it's walking, stretching, or even doing household chores. This practice grounds you in the present moment and helps you develop a deeper connection with your body. It's a way to bring mindfulness into your physical experience and set the tone for the rest of your day. Here's how you can incorporate mindful movement into your morning. After your breathing, gratitude, and intention-setting practices, take a few minutes to engage in gentle movement. This could be yoga, stretching, or a slow, mindful walk outside. As you move, pay attention to the sensations in your body, the feeling of your feet on the ground, the stretch of your muscles, and the rhythm of your breath. Let go of any distractions and focus solely on the experience of moving your body. Studies have shown that even a few minutes of mindful movement in the morning can have a profound impact on your physical and mental health. It can improve circulation, reduce stress, and enhance mental clarity. Research from Harvard Medical School has found that practices like yoga and Tai Chi, which involve mindful movement, can improve brain function and reduce symptoms of anxiety and depression. In Buddhism, mindful movement is a way of cultivating embodied awareness, the understanding that our bodies are not separate from our minds, but part of the same interconnected experience. By practicing mindful movement, we learn to listen to our bodies and honor the present moment with each step, stretch, or gesture. It's a form of moving meditation that helps us stay grounded throughout the day. Let's try a simple mindful movement exercise together. Stand up and take a deep breath. As you exhale, gently roll your shoulders back and down. Now, slowly raise your arms above your head, feeling the stretch along your sides. Hold this position for a few breaths, paying attention to the sensations in your body. As you lower your arms, notice how your body feels more open and relaxed. This is the power of mindful movement. It allows you to connect with your body and the present moment in a profound way. Let me share Sarah's story. Sarah, a busy mum of 2, used to rush through her mornings, grabbing coffee and heading out the door without taking a moment to connect with her body. But after learning about mindful movement from a Buddhist retreat, she began incorporating 10 minutes of yoga into her morning routine. This small shift made a huge difference. She felt more energized, less stressed, and more present with her kids. The simple act of moving her body with intention transformed her entire day. Tomorrow morning, after your breathing and gratitude practices, take just 5 to 10 minutes to move your body mindfully. Whether it's a few gentle stretches or a slow walk, allow yourself to fully engage with each movement. This habit will not only improve your physical health, but also deepen your connection to the present moment and set a positive tone for the rest of your day. With your body and mind now aligned through mindful movement, let's move on to the next habit. Habit 5. Mindful eating. Food is an essential part of our lives, but how often do we pay attention to what we're eating? In Buddhism, mindful eating is a practice that encourages us to fully engage with the act of eating, savoring each bite, being grateful for the food we have, and recognizing the interconnection of all beings that made the meal possible. There's a Buddhist story about a young monk who would rush through his meals without paying attention. One day, Buddha asked him, "When you eat, do you taste the food, or are you just filling your stomach?" The monk realized that he had been eating mindlessly, missing the opportunity to practice mindfulness in this simple daily activity. From that day forward, he slowed down, savoring each bite and appreciating the nourishment he was receiving. Mindful eating doesn't require any special skills. It simply involves being fully present in the act of eating. Here's how you can bring mindfulness to your breakfast tomorrow. Before you take your first bite, pause for a moment. Look at your food and think about where it came from, the farmers who grew it, the earth that nourished it, and the people who brought it to your table. Take a deep breath and express gratitude for the meal. Then, as you eat, chew slowly and savor each bite. Pay attention to the flavors, textures, and sensations. Put down your utensils between bites and take the time to enjoy the food. Mindful eating has been shown to improve digestion, reduce overeating, and enhance overall well-being. Research from Harvard shows that when we eat mindfully, we're more likely to make healthier food choices and avoid emotional eating. It's also been linked to reduced stress and improved satisfaction with meals. In Buddhism, food is seen as part of the interconnectedness of all beings. When we eat mindfully, we acknowledge the many hands that contributed to the meal, from the farmers to the transporters to the people who prepared it. By practicing gratitude and mindfulness during meals, we deepen our awareness of this connection and develop a greater sense of appreciation for the simple things in life. Take James, for example. James used to eat breakfast in a hurry, grabbing whatever was convenient before rushing out the door. He often felt sluggish and disconnected throughout the day. However, after attending a mindfulness retreat, he learned the practice of mindful eating. Now he takes time to sit down and eat his breakfast with full attention. He's noticed that he feels more energized, focused, and even more grateful for the food he eats. The simple act of mindful eating transformed not only his mornings, but his entire relationship with food. Tomorrow morning, instead of rushing through your meal, try eating mindfully. Whether it's a piece of fruit, a bowl of oatmeal, or a cup of tea, bring your full awareness to the experience. Notice the colors, smells, and tastes. Take your time and appreciate the nourishment you're receiving. By eating mindfully, you'll not only enjoy your food more, but also start your day with a sense of calm and gratitude. With mindful eating, we bring presence and gratitude to one of life's simplest pleasures. Now, let's move on to the final habit, one that can transform not just your mornings, but your relationships and the world around you, by practicing compassion. Habit 6. Practicing compassion. Compassion is at the heart of Buddhist teachings. Buddha believed that the key to a peaceful and meaningful life is showing kindness and compassion to all beings, including ourselves. By starting your day with a compassionate heart, you not only create a positive ripple effect in the world, but also cultivate inner peace and happiness. One day, a man came to Buddha, angry and full of hatred. He spat in Buddha's face and expected a reaction of anger in return. But instead, Buddha wiped his face calmly and said, "Is that all? Or do you want to say more?" The man was taken aback. He had never met anyone who responded to hatred with compassion. That simple act of non-judgment changed the man's heart forever. In Buddhism, compassion isn't just about feeling sympathy for others. It's about understanding that we are all connected and that the suffering of one is the suffering of all. When we practice compassion, we open our hearts and minds, recognizing the shared humanity in each person we encounter. By starting your day with a compassionate mindset, you set the tone for a more peaceful and loving day. Here's how you can practice compassion each morning. After your mindful breathing, gratitude, intention setting, mindful movement, and eating practices, take a few moments to engage in compassion meditation. This is sometimes called loving kindness meditation. Start by sitting quietly and imagining someone you love. Silently repeat the phrase, "May you be happy, may you be healthy, may you be safe, may you live with ease." Then expand this compassion outward to others, friends, acquaintances, and even people you don't know. Finally, extend it to yourself, offering yourself the same kindness and compassion. This simple practice not only benefits others, but also nourishes your soul. Compassion is one of the 4 immeasurables in Buddhist teachings, alongside loving kindness, empathetic joy, and equanimity. It is considered a limitless quality of the heart, one that we can cultivate endlessly. When we practice compassion, we free ourselves from anger, judgment, and resentment, creating space for love, empathy, and connection. Research shows that practicing compassion not only enhances emotional well-being, but also improves physical health. Studies from the University of California, Berkeley, suggest that compassion boosts the production of oxytocin, a hormone that promotes feelings of connection and reduces stress. Compassion meditation has also been linked to increased emotional resilience, lower levels of anxiety, and greater overall life satisfaction. Let's take the example of Maria, a healthcare worker who used to feel burned out and disconnected from her patients. After learning about loving kindness meditation, she started practicing it every morning, sending out thoughts of compassion to herself, her patients, and the world. Over time, she noticed a profound change in how she approached her work. She felt more connected to her patients, more resilient in the face of challenges, and more at peace with herself. This simple practice of compassion transformed her career and her life. Tomorrow morning, after your other practices, take a few moments to practice compassion. Start with someone close to you, then expand your kindness outward to include others, and finally, yourself. By practicing compassion, you not only uplift the world around you, but also create a deep sense of peace and fulfillment within yourself. Conclusion: integrating the habits into daily life. We've explored 6 powerful morning habits rooted in Buddhist teachings: mindful breathing, gratitude, setting intentions, mindful movement, mindful eating, and compassion. These practices are simple, yet they have the potential to transform your life from the inside out. When you start your day with mindfulness, gratitude, and compassion, you set the foundation for a day filled with peace, purpose, and joy. Let's quickly recap the 6 habits. 1. Mindful breathing. Ground yourself in the present moment with deep, intentional breaths. 2. Gratitude. Start your day with appreciation for the blessings in your life. 3. Setting intentions. Align your actions with your values by setting a clear intention for the day. 4th, mindful movement. Connect your mind and body through gentle, intentional movement. 5. Mindful eating. Bring mindfulness and gratitude to every bite, savoring your food and acknowledging the interconnectedness of all beings. In the words of Buddha, what you think, you become. What you feel, you attract. What you imagine, you create. By starting your mornings with intention, mindfulness, and compassion, you are creating the life you want to live, one of peace, purpose, and joy. Thank you for joining me on this journey of self-transformation. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more content on mindfulness, self-improvement, and Buddhist teachings. And remember, every morning is a new beginning, a chance to cultivate peace and purpose. Start tomorrow with these powerful habits and watch how your life begins to transform.